Sup? Where do I start today? Having a good day so far. I'm still pretty lit up about this whole thing between you and I. I keep coming back, keep getting something positive from it. This is the issue. I think about all the stuff I want to say in this part in times that are not this. I'm here again, trying to figure out what to do today. Without you, I spent a couple hours on CountTheRings, and I'm struggling with it a little bit for a few reasons. The first reason being, I don't really feel like I have like a metric for songwriting yet, or lyric writing, what have you. Like I don't know when it's like good enough. I don't know when like the line is good enough. Even if I feel strongly about it, I'm just not confident. I'm just not confident in it. And not to say that I'm like the most confident producer ever, but like I have certain metrics where if I'm working on something, I have an emotional attachment to something, that's going to be enough, right? Like however strong that emotional attachment is to a guitar part, bass part, whatever, the way something sounds, that's like my hook. I can like latch onto something there. Something is exciting me about something in the production of this thing, whatever. I just don't have the hook with lyric writing yet, or songwriting in general. Like I don't know where like my hook is. I don't know where to like dig in. So that's been really hard, and it's been frustrating because it's like I spent like 2 hours last night just kind of like scribbling things out, trying melodies out, trying lyrics out, and it's just like it's hard to stave off the productivity addict in me when it comes to this stuff. Because like at least with production, I can see the things that I've tried, and I can also be like, oh, maybe I'll use that later. Maybe I'll use that for something. Like I can manipulate it in a way where it's like, oh, I can use that later. And on its face, like that would make sense with lyrics or like these ideas. It's just I just don't have like an anchor with lyric writing, songwriting yet. But I'm trying. God damn it. And Jesus, I wrote so much and tried out so many things, but like this is inevitable, right? Like this part is inevitable. It doesn't come easy to me. I don't know that any of this shit really comes easy to me. Being okay with failing frequently doesn't really come easy to me. So whatever, maybe there's a sweat equity in this type of stuff that pays off later. I don't really know. I'm doing it regardless because that's what this shit is. Like, serve this thing. Hard to not feel like a fucking dork. I am thankful for what I believe to be a pretty, at least for me, a pretty good like cheeseometer. What's gonna make me like kind of cringe in something, I'm really thankful for. Everyone has their own version of that. That is based on, you know, your own propensities for things or your tastes, whatever. It's just taste, right? What's gonna make you go, ugh. So, and at least with where this song is taking me, it's in judgment of somebody or something or an ideology, which I'm not used to writing at all. Like I don't really like write what you know, and so far I've only really written about myself, which, you know, jury's out on if I know anything about that thing. But that's what I've been doing, so it's been hard to like write with a little bit of a different perspective, zoomed out a little bit. And I think it's hard to articulate a strong opinion on something when I feel like I'm not very good at it. Like when the way that this is being conveyed is in a way that I feel like is like maybe ineloquent or not of the quality that I would want. So that's where I'm at. I'm thinking about something. I was thinking about something. I've been thinking about this metric, this like why I, you know, say something is done or attached to something, and I'm finding that a lot of the things that I am excited to show people are, let's say, shocking. I don't want to use the word abnormal, but like a lot of the music that I'm really excited about making and have made, or am excited about having, what? A lot of the music that I'm most excited about, that I'm making, there is an element of shock. There's a flip up, you know, maybe me taking advantage of a listener in the way of context, right? So like in CountTheRings, there's this, you know, big messy section, blast beat thing, and I'm really excited about it. I'm really excited and really grateful to have had that idea just kind of pop up. I've just been thinking about that thing. The reason why I'm less inclined to make more of a normal song or conventional song, the majority of what I do is making sure somebody is satisfied with my work based on a reference. So for example, like if I'm working on ad music, typically there's like a a pretty big influence on it, whether it be an actual sonic reference, like a song, or, you know, write music for a dick pill ad. You know, there's a context there, and it's not dictated by me. So I think because this thing of ours is in such a different box, that box just has to feel so different than the dick pill ad, the UFC fight, because those are all serving a specific purpose that is outside of me, and really not necessarily outside of my emotion, but just outside of this thing where it's like, how am I feeling today? How is that going to affect what's happening right here? But it's just something I'm thinking about today. I think I'm going to try to continue to chip away at Count the Rings. I want to be excited about how this thing sounds, so I'm going to try to get somewhat of a mix together, like essentially pretend like I'm mixing this to be done. Maybe I'll stop and talk about stuff and why I'm making decisions, and maybe we'll try to get some vocals on it too. Let's just feel it out. I'm trying to show up. That's all I'm trying to do. Let's open her up. I'm still pretty obsessed with how drums sound, so I'll probably be spending a lot of time on the tiny bit of drum information I have, but yeah, the SM7 does not sound very good. Yeah, it's like too spiky. Oh. Yeah, that's right for sure. Yeah, help fluff it out a little bit. Doesn't need to be super spiky, because we get that later in the song, right? We get we kind of want to save it. I want to do something stupid. Okay, I'm gonna do it. Wish there was an easier way to do this, but there is not. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad you're here, actually, because I don't know that I'd be doing this if you weren't here. So that's pretty cool. Okay, see if that's worth it. Who knows? Interesting little delay, I see. No matter. We're gonna get it in phase and then go from there, but I'm not convinced so far. Is this boring? Not boring to me. Sounds good, I think. See, I'm organized when I want to be. The only issue is it sounds like someone's hitting the drum. Let's just take out all the ugliness. Not super happy with that yet. So yeah, I just spent 20 fucking minutes on kick drum. So what? Leave me alone. It sounds a little fucked up too, which I obviously like. Cool. On to snare. Be nice to have snare bottom for that, but maybe I can crunch it somehow. I'm gonna make like a crunch so I can kind of emulate what I miss for not having a bottom snare. I'm so hungry. Sounds like a snare bottom, right? Are you convinced? You know, this hi-hat doesn't sound that bad. I keep shitting on it, but it sounds fine. Definitely needs some love, but who doesn't? I don't like the sound of hi-hat. Had to put on the useless blue light glasses. I have 2 pairs of these, and only recently found out that they do nothing. But there's an AC vent above me, and I get a little sleepy when the air goes into my eyeballs. I'm not super happy with the hi-hat, but I'm gonna control it a tiny bit more here. That's cool. Ooh, it's feeling good. I love all the, like, you can hear me talking and shit throughout the whole thing. I think that's so cool. Oh. The dreaded Rhodes sample that I tried to make work. Curious. All right, let's get bass in this thing. Once bass and drums are feeling good, like, that's your mix, you know? A little more control here. Let's blur it. I want to blur it a little bit more. Like, how much is too much, you know? Fuck. I just think I need like a little bit more room for these drums. Like, it's just a little sterile, and I think it's gonna help with the production too, like, just to have something that fills it up a little bit more. And don't worry, I'm definitely gonna make sure that these are in phase. I'm gonna measure them out. I'm just gonna do it right by the book. Probably should move a little bit more, but like, I think they should be a little bit further back, but okay, let's check it out. Fucking delay. Let's try that again. So far it doesn't sound great, but we're gonna try it out. You know, honestly, it's a little more convincing than I thought, so let's see. I know, I'm sorry. I know. If it's boring, then fucking watch anything else, dude. Don't complain to me. Did I force you to watch this? I'm not looking for low stuff. That's what I'm looking for. I'm gonna treat it just like I would a room. What do we think? Nice, right? Nice little vibe fader, you know? That's great. Cool. Oh, it's taking me now, baby. The acoustic's kind of the star of this track, so, and it sounds so nice. I think we just throw it in the middle. Not bad for like a crappy little. I don't always find that acoustic guitar plays well with compression. Maybe it's just how I play acoustic guitar. I'm not very good. So, or maybe that's the mic I'm using. It just doesn't always seem like, I don't know. But that sounds beautiful. Maybe I'm gonna try like just a more transparent compression here. Just grab the peaks, you know? Too much. I don't know that it's doing anything, but maybe we try a little bit of a room too. Something nice about it just being right in your fucking face. We're gonna keep it right in your face. Maybe we just try to get rid of some of the squeakies and that'll be kind of it. It's like the only thing that's... As advertised. I could just clip gain it down, but I'm being lazy right now. It's funny, maybe the bass is the star here. I don't know who the star is yet. I know that I love these, so. Just want them to be a little bit out of the way. I want these guys to be like as wide as possible. Is that wider? I don't know. All right, let's get these little guys in. Little harmonics. I think I'm clomping the transient a little too much. Maybe it's cool or dry. I think I just want this one to be like kind of filler, more like vibe stuff, fill in the gaps. You know, like these are like wind chimes, you know? Like they're almost too much. The harmonics are like, it's almost too much. Okay, should we go to the blast beat section? I don't want these to be like too blown out because I think they sound cool. Now this is the part where I can get away with less body and just kind of like transient and like ah. So let's make that. Sounds better without the limiter. Cause I'm gonna keep all that shit in between, like the doom, like all the like me picking up the sticks and stuff. And with the limiter, it kind of makes it all the same level. So I'd rather it just be like ah. Fumbling around and then back, you know? Does that make sense? I think it's more compelling if it's mostly overheads in that section. Because most of the song is so like focused, right? There's a bunch of like interesting stuff happening in the middle, and then maybe this one is just occupying the sides, you know? So fucking fun. Maybe I can dig some like low end information around. It's close, just a little too pointy. Yeah, the drums are radioing for help. I'm so pleased, so pleased. Yeah, this part should not be pleasant to listen to. You know, this should hurt. This should hurt a little bit. But I like the idea of it kind of existing on left, like really far left and right. Kind of something screaming straight into your fucking brain. That rocks. So fucking fun. Like the guitar's in there, but is it? What if we just yank the mix on this? So the guitar is in the room with this metal band. Like no one's really listening to it. It's there, but yeah, it's fun. And let's get the scrim in there. Just make it a little bit more listenable. Yeah, I'm putting it in another room. What if it was in the middle? No, I think he needs to be part of it. He needs to be in the room with him. I'm a bit apprehensive to show you this part. I'm not a vocalist, but I'm going to, unfortunately, show you this. I'm not much of anything, it turns out. But we persist, don't we? Hey, yeah.
Line us up, line us up, line us up, line us up, one shot. Line us up, line us up, line us up, line us up, one shot. Line us up, line us up, line us up, line us up, one shot. Line us up.
This is gonna be the really embarrassing part. No, but, no, and. That's just what it's gonna be.
Yeah, you sent her to hell. Oh well. At least you're forgiven for it. At least your vision's distorted enough and your past and your past over. When the blast comes, you can still ignore it.
It's as close as that's gonna get. Embarrassing.
Line us up. Line us up. Line us up. One shot. Line us up. Line us up. One shot. Line us up. One shot. Line us up. Line us up. One shot. Line us up. Line us up. Line us up. Line us up. One shot. Line us up. One shot. Line us up. Line us up. One shot. Line us up. Line us up. Line us up. One shot. One shot. Line us up. Line us up. One shot. Line us up. One shot. Line us up. Line us up. One shot. Line us up. 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 One shot. Line us up.
At least you're forgiven for it. At least your vision's distorted enough for your past to be passed over. When the blast comes. At least your vision's distorted enough for your past to be passed over. When the blast comes, you can still ignore it. At least your vision's distorted enough for your past to be passed over. When the blast comes, you can still ignore it. You can still ignore it. At least your vision's distorted enough past to be passed over. When the blast comes, you can still ignore it. At least your vision's distorted enough for your. At least your vision's distorted enough for your past to be passed over. When the blast comes, you can still ignore it. At least your vision's distorted enough for your past to be passed. Or your past to be passed over. When the blast. At least your vision's distorted enough for your past to be passed over.
I had to go see a man about a patch bay. Really sexy stuff. Really, really sexy music gear. So I haven't listened to this in about an hour. Where was I? Where the fuck was I? Oh yeah, I was trying to make this like shitty spoken word thing work.
Yeah, you sent her to hell. Oh well.
One shot, line us up, line us up, one shot, line us up, line us up, one shot, line us up, line us up, line us up, one shot.
Oh well. At least you're forgiven.
Line us up, one shot, line us up, line us up, one shot, line us up, line us up, one shot. Line us up, one shot, line us up, line us up, one shot, line us up, line us up, line us up, one shot, line us up, line us up, one shot. Line us up, one shot.
Yeah, you sent her to hell. Yeah, you sent her to hell. Oh well. At least you're forgiven for it. Yeah, you sent her to hell. Oh well. At least you're forgiven for it. Yeah, you sent her to hell. Oh well. At least you're forgiven for it. Yeah, you sent her to hell. Oh well. At least you're forgiven for it.
I have such a hard time like dealing with my own vocal because I don't like listening to it. Obviously, by the amount of effects that I'm just throwing at it to see what sticks. So far, nothing.
At least your vision's distorted. Oh well. At least your vision's distorted enough for your past to be passed over. At least you're forgiven for it. Still when the black. Yeah, you sent her to hell. At least your vision's distorted. Past to be passed over when the black. Yeah, you sent her to hell. At least your vision's distorted enough.
So far, I'm liking at least mono for this part that I'm struggling with. It's a little less embarrassing if I like heavily affect it, you know?
Yeah, you sent her to hell.
Oh wow.
At least you're forgiven for it. At least your vision's distorted enough for your past to be passed for it. At least your vision's distorted enough for your past. Sent her to hell. Oh well. At least you're forgiven for it. Given for it. At least your vision's distorted enough for your past to be. At least your vision's distorted enough for your past. At least you're forgiven for it. At least you're forgiven for it. At least you're forgiven for it. At least your vision's distorted enough.
All right, I'm like about ready to call this for today. I'm just like doing some small stuff. Essentially, everything I do is so that it can play a little bit better in my car until it's done. We're gonna just take out the farty bits. Alright, cool. Yeah, okay. Click would be good. I just wanted to feel like someone was like sadly plucking away at shit in the low register. So that's what I'm gonna do. Happening now. Just kind of like a depression bed, you know? I can't decide if I want like the synthetic ending or not. All right, I'm gonna call it there. I've been working on this for most of the day, all of the day. It's 8 p.m. I know it was a lot of screen stuff, and if you like that, that's cool. If you don't, that's cool. Nice for this one to happen to me. That's a good thing about this shit. Maybe that my ideology is because I'm such an anxious person, and I'm scared by the expansiveness of production and the amount of opportunity for things to go in a different direction, whatever. Maybe I'm subscribing to this ideology of this thing just kind of happening to you, and you're just kind of a passenger, and you're here to shepherd it through to the end. I think that's pretty cool. But maybe it's because I'm an anxious guy, and that's kind of a cop-out. Whatever. That's how I feel for now. I don't know where this is at, but I imagine I'm going to put this one down for a little bit, because I feel like it's maybe 80%, barring any crazy ideas, or maybe I want to do some more writing in this first bit of the song. I'm going to live with it for a little bit and see where it takes me. See if anything pops up when I'm listening to it in the car, or if I send it to people that I trust. But I like it. It's definitely scary. Specifically, I don't know about this ending yet. Like, I'm almost hesitant because it came together so fast last time, and I kind of slapped things on. I'm like, I didn't tussle with it, so it feels like I should be tussling with it a little bit more before I commit. There's something about the like synthetic samples that I have in here that are not really moving me, but it's certainly like a payoff at the end. So maybe it's more of a me being okay with that choice I made, and living with it and justifying it. But we'll see. I'm gonna live with this one for a couple days before I reach back in. So, but that's all I got. What else is there to say? Do you want something else from me? Goodbye. Welcome. It's tomorrow. Tomorrow's the day that we find out if what we did the day prior caused irreparable harm to what we've been working on. Let's listen to it, you and me, and we will figure it out. We're gonna get to the bottom of this, I promise you. I have notes. I have some mixed notes, but it's getting there.
Counting